நீங்கள் வாங்க, அப்புறம் நாங்கள் என்ன பண்ணுறோன்றதை நீங்கள் ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எடுத்து வைங்க, நாங்கள் என்ன ஸ்டெப் நான் ஒரு ஸ்டெப் எடுத்து வைக்கிறேன். ஓகேவா? இன்னைக்கு ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் அவங்க பேசுகிறாங்கல்ல, அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு 5 rupees கொடுங்க.
Focusing innovation, people and designing based on what people need and what they want and what people like or dislike with respect to production, packaging, marketing, retail, and all of them. Okay, it is a skill that allows designer to align with what people want and can produce a viable business strategy that creates customer value and market opportunity. Okay, so this is what design thinking, and in general these are some of the examples which we saw on the first week orientation itself. You remember that? Taking a paper towel, when it is stacked, it is very difficult, right? With the wet hand, if you take it, instead of taking one, you will take 5 or 10. So there is no solution for that. These guys came up with a new method of packing by which if you take one, only one pops out. So that is came up based upon the understanding the problem. So many paper towels are getting wasted. So I want to minimize that. So he came up with an innovative packing. That's a new product. Okay. So similarly, the way the bottles was designed and marketed. Everything glass handled with care. Right? It's always says that glass handled with care. Now look at the ad how they are showing. If the glasses should be handled with the care for a drink, the kid is easily enjoying it. That means it's so designed so that even children can also handle the glass. Otherwise, in US what happens, you have to pour in a non-glass container and give it to the kids. Now kids also can drink, it will not fall. How? The way the bottle was designed, such a way that it won't slip out of the rack. That's how they market it. So it's a novel way of marketing the product, okay, which will have a bigger outreach. There are other which we saw, right? Amazon, how they invent so many products, and then all the infotainment in the cars, all are outputs of a design thinking. Okay. So this is what the design process is. We have empathy as the first step. Define, ideate, prototype, and test. This one is prototype. Okay. So empathy. What do you mean by empathy? We all know sympathy, right? What is sympathy? Wow. Right? That's sympathy, right? They say, okay, sorry for it. That's sympathy. But what is empathy? Putting ourselves in their shoes and understanding the problem. That's what is empathy. Okay. So if you want to offer a solution for any human beings or any business, you should put yourself in their shoes and understand the problem, what they are facing. So first thing is empathizing. You empathize and then understand the problem. Once you understand this is the problem, see what is the important thing. Define it. Why you have to define? Why you have to define the problem? So that it is known to everyone. If I say this is the definition for the problem, that problem is known to everyone. If I don't say I will understand a different way, they will understand the problem in a different way. You understanding what I am saying? Only if you define it, it will be clear cut for all the persons. If you don't define it, what happens? Each one will have their own definitions. And that will not yield a right solution. So if you want a right solution for a problem, first empathize and identify the problem and then define it. Okay, once you have a definition, now I know this is my problem, I defined it. Now I will ask you. Please give me an idea. Please give me an idea. Please give me an idea. Like this I will ask 100 persons. I have 100 ideas. You get it? So if I define the problem, I can get 100 ideas for the specific problem. If I don't define it, what happens? Each one will understand different ways, and he will say, sir, change the horse, sir. For example, in the bullock cart, change the bull, sir. It was not going. It's a mechanical problem. I have 2 cows, 2 bulls pulling that one. It's not moving properly. I have to understand only lubrication. But other guy will say, please change the bull. He will give solutions like that, which will not be useful to us. Okay? So, in order to have a clear-cut solution, we need to define the problem. Only if you define it, all will be on the same page. Okay? Once everybody is on the same page, then each one will provide a solution. That solution may be feasible or not feasible. Okay, but doesn't matter. But I have some solution. This exercise we did right on that particular day. You You all understand that what is the exercise we did? Yes, fan cleaning. In the multi-purpose hall, there's a big fan rotating. We are asking how you can clean. Cleaning the fan is the problem statement. And that's the clear-cut definition I'm going to give you. I gave you guys so that each one came up with a different idea. So you have to define the problem so that you can come up with several ideas. So once you come up with several ideas, out of the several ideas, I can select one, which is the best. And then I can put my engineers to work about it. Somebody said that put the rope, bring it down, clean it, and then pull it up. Right? So if that is the solution I am opting for, then I will put all my resources to come up with the pulling mechanism so that I can pull down the fan, clean it, and then I can pull it up. Right? So I can put my engineers or some one person to make a work on that. So that's why. So once you ideate, you make a model, prototype, you test it whether it works or not. Once it tests, then I can put it in the market. So this you need to practice. This is very, very easy to say. It is like, okay, if work which delivery is there, hit it. Get the friends to bed and then hit it over the head of the boulder so that it won't go for a 6. Can we do it consistently? We need to have a practice. So that's why for this design kind thinking, we need to practice a lot so that we can arrive at a right solution. Okay? So this is the whole design process. I can skip several steps because you have already seen all those things. Design process, what is empathy, what is defined, and what is, again, the same process in different flow charts I am showing you. But one thing which I still is to come up with several ideas. To come up with several ideas, what we need to have? Creativity. That is very, very important. Otherwise, we can't come up with ideas. So for engineers now, if you want to get recruited in a good company, they will check for creativity, how creative you are. Okay, there is a solution. For example, software program, you have to write an algorithm for that. Problem is the same. Each person can write a different algorithm. They will see which guy is very creative in utilizing low resources and then making the output work for it. So that will be the better solution, right? So how creative you are, that is very, very important. And this also we look for. So for this, if you want to improve your creativity skills, you need to have lateral thinking. You should have the habit of asking questions. You should have that inquisitive mind. So please start asking questions. Not only in this lecture, in all the lectures, even in the classroom lecture, when your faculty member is teaching, you stop them if you don't understand. If you find a different way, discuss that and ask questions. Can we do it like this? Can I do it like this? If I do like this, what is the advantage, what is the disadvantage? You can ask the faculty members. Okay, so please develop the habit of asking questions. Only by asking questions you will be bold enough. You understanding? Only by asking questions you will be bold enough, and then your confidence increases. If you don't ask and just simply sit in the class, then forever you will be cornered. You will be outshone by others. I'm telling you. Okay? So, lateral thinking, question, practice, suspend judgment. They always say, right, this is so fashionable, right? He's too judgmental. We always say, right? He's too judgmental. I don't like that guy. What is judgmental? Without even understanding completely, he comes to conclusion. So that is, we all know that is wrong. But still, in engineering practice also, we do that judgment. So, please understand that we should not be judgmental. So, if there are 10 solutions, don't pass a judgment that guy is foolish here. This idea will not work. Before even trying it out, you simply say, this idea will not work. So, don't be judgmental. Suspend judgment. Take the judgment once you make the product and test it. Then say it won't work. You are understanding what I am saying? So, please don't be judgmental. And then allow time. Some things requires time. Not enough time, that solution will be sufficient. So, even for doing brainstorming, you give yourself some time. Don't think that if everyone came up with an idea within 5 minutes, oh, I am not able to do. Don't put too much pressure. You can take time. You can tell your manager, whoever it is, your teacher or whatever, in a group of project you are working on, give me some time, I will come up with the idea tomorrow. You need some more learning to be done. Then you can take that time, think over it and come up with a good solution. Because people are always in a hurry to provide some solution and get it off. That is of no use. Okay, you think about the problem and you work on the problem systematically and then provide a solution that will be useful. Okay, then you become a champion for that project itself. Okay, so when you go to work on your own project with team members, don't beat yourself if you are not able to arrive at an idea and provide a solution within the first 5 minutes or first 10 minutes. It's okay if a teacher is asking questions and one guy answered it, the remaining didn't answer it. It's okay, you are not able to come up with an answer, fine. But convey to the teachers, I am not able to come up with the answer now, but tomorrow I will come up. And then I will explain. Please tell me whether it is right or wrong. If you have that confidence, that's what is expected. Okay, that approach, this is what we call as an attitude. That you don't beat yourself, you don't consider yourself as a failure. You give yourself an opportunity to succeed. So always give opportunity for you to succeed. Okay? So think like a beginner. So most probably this will happen. Once you get experience, you always get biased. Oh, I got success. Say for example, now this guy, right? I will say several cricket examples because I love cricket and I hope everyone can relate to cricket. That's why I'm saying. Okay, now you all know this famous way of getting out. How we get there? Every devil is out. Stamping. You tease him with a floating delivery, you come out of the grease, stamping. You are understanding this? So, but why he is coming out? Because he got success. Because he is having confidence, he can hit that guy for 6. That's the delivery, he loves it. He cannot control himself. Okay, so in this case, there might be some actions which might have yield you some success. So don't be biased and always stick to that idea. Sometimes you need to be defensive. Sometimes you need to control your emotions and then play it slowly. If you get yield to your pleasures, then you get stuck. So that's why they're saying always think like a beginner. So treat the opponent, give the respect, and then wait for your opportunity and then hit the ball. Okay, so don't be overconfident that every time you go and can hit the 6. Okay, that's the mistake every Davis is doing. He's not thinking like a beginner. He's thinking he's the star batsman, and every time toss delivery, he's having confidence I can hit the 6. And that's why he's getting failed. Okay, so think like a beginner when you want to come up with ideas. So these are the strategies to enhance creativity. There are several games you all know. There are several video games. There are several child plays which enhances creativity. So you guys all can work on several games. That's why people say that who are playing video games. One guy is scoring 1,000 points. The other guy is scoring 10,000 points. He's able to come up with find a solution very fast and then score more. The other guy finding the same way of approach and clicking the button same way. Right? How the children explore the opportunities so that they can score more in a video games. So that is also creativity. Okay. So please understand there are so many tactics to enhance your creative skills, and then you can keep yourself sharp. That's why playing games, chess. Chess is a very simple game, right? But still, how many ways you can have the checkmate? Can you come up with a probability? It will go in millions, right? Because based upon every move, the probability keeps on increasing, right? So chess, that's a very creative. So be in touch with games like that so that you can have your creativity intact. Don't allow your creativity to go down. Okay? So this is the design process. Empathize, define, ideate, prototype and test. And then we saw, in general, earlier they used to design, right? The people working in art, now only one person will do the art and he will do the design. But now design thinking is done by teams. So when you do things in teams, what are the things required? When you do things in teams, what are the things required? To have a successful team. Team coordination. So for that you need to have team spirit. For that you need to have interpersonal skills. You can't be sitting and then not talking at all in a team. You need to know what each and every member wants. So these are the skills all the companies are also looking for. So that's why I'm saying, if you don't have that interpersonal skills, please form a team and then participate in several competitions so that you can enhance that activities. Okay, so don't just sit in the classroom, do your assignments and then prepare for semester done. That is not going to be sufficient now. That is one part. You have to do that. I'm not saying you can skip it. You cannot skip that. Okay, but the other thing which you can do is participate, involve yourself or engage yourself in several group activities, group projects and achieve something and gain confidence by presenting that in several forums and winning prizes. That will give more confidence. Okay, so please start working in that angle. Okay, now coming back to this also we thought, right? So just an example. Just by design thinking we can replace this earthen pot with the plastic glass. But if you are not careful enough, what happens? We are making use of plastics and then environmental sustainability is not happening. So you need to think in sustainability also in your process. So please have a thought about sustainability, whatever the solution you give. So have an important aspect of environmental impact and assess the sustainability impact. Okay? So now, just if you are not thinking back, what happens? As we pollute the ocean, so that's why we have to think. So you come up with a product and think again and then come back and again start making the process. If there is any bad effect is happening at the end, come back, take the review and then come back and then finalize it and then again go to the product. So that's why this design process is very, very iterative. You all understand iteration, right? So you have to go on several routes. Okay? So in general, now we can summarize this. The process of innovation as ideation, research, planning, prototyping and launch. So this part is design thinking and you add the launching part and it becomes the process of innovation. That's it. The entire thing is nothing but the process of innovation. Now you can do this and you can come up with several innovative products. You all agree? Okay, that's good. Okay. So now there are lacunae. There are some dark spots in this. Okay, this process of innovation will give you good products, yes. But even some organizations lost. Say for example, Kodak's, they have a research lab. They are the first one to come up with the digital camera in 1975. They didn't pursue it. They came up with the technology of making digital camera, they didn't pursue it. They never made any digital camera at all. But they have the knowledge how to do it. They didn't pursue it. But who did that? Sony developed a different prototype and showed the future of digital photography. They took that and then it formed a different product. Why? Because Kodak doesn't want to move away from digital film. They invested so much in making it films and then developing the films. They thought that will be the business. Film and developing the film, that's the business. We don't want to go away from the business. That's what they thought. And they never implemented a digital photography at all, even though they identified that can be possible. But they never implemented it. But what the Sony took, to gain advantage, they took and they developed and launched it. And it became very successful. Now who's at loss? Kodak is at loss. The entire business was lost. There is no film at all now. Anybody is developing still? Looking at the photographs, like the movies. Nobody is doing right. It's all digital. So that's one thing. Next thing, look, Xerox. Xerox is the company first developed the computer, personal computer, but didn't invest in the technology and allowed Steve Jobs and Apple to take over the Mac. PC in the Xerox is the company, the photocopying machine Xerox is the company which had developed that personal computer. But they didn't develop it. They thought only making photocopies enough that gives so much of revenue. Because that time, photocopy is very expensive. You can say for one page copy, you can say 20 rupees. Like that expensive. So they think profit is more. So why to leave away profitable business and invest in personal computer? They didn't pursue it at all. Even though they developed it. But who? Steve Jobs took it and then he made Macintosh and then personal computer Macintosh and then he was making profit. And similarly, US Navy, this guy submitted several proposals for new firing method, they didn't accept it at all. He has to use presidential influence to make them recognized. Okay, even though we have this process of innovation, one thing I believe in it, that's why I'm contributing. I'm not expecting anything other than that. The institution innovation, right? We are lacking a lot. As a country, we lack a lot. Okay? And I completely acknowledge what the government is doing because the government is implementing it nationwide. MHRD is implementing it nationwide. The nation recognizes that we are lagging in the generation of innovation and technology, intellectual property. If you want to generate intellectual property, you need to have innovation. And that is lagging. And government has taken a complete decision and then implementing from the top to the grassroots level, institution level, they are implementing it. This idea, I believe in it, so that is why I'm completely confident. My support will be there. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir.
The social entrepreneurship, we are finding some social problem. With that social problem, with our potential, we are helping the society. Based on the society, return back is not in particular money. Return back in particular satisfaction. That is important. We are connecting government official, solving the problem, return back as a popularity. I solved this problem for my own village. I had very good satisfaction in this. We'll call social entrepreneurship. Most of the social entrepreneurship ventures are non-profitable organizations. Almost all NGOs are under social entrepreneurship category. I'll give a suitable example. In our Kanchipuram district, hand in hand, that NGO under the heading of social entrepreneurship. They are finding people, they are giving education to the society, in particular about skill development and training. That will be. Last week, we conducted Entrepreneur Promotion Incubation Center Awareness Camp. Srimati Aishwarya Kalpati gave a suitable lecture in the inauguration program. Here, she is a social entrepreneur. So, what is social entrepreneurship? Finding the solution and how to solve the problem. Do you have anyone social issue at present? This is a question for you. First societal problem today.
What is this?
Shut up. First one is water scarcity. How will you solve this problem?
The idea of water scarcity. First, then all the ways in the using the water by each individual and considering each drop as precious in the first and initial and first.
Super.
Then recycling wastewater.
Super. Recycling wastewater.
And also, instead of using non-renewable resources, we have to think about ways to get water from renewable resources, like taking purifying seawater by salination.
Good results. Very first question. The major society problem, social problem, water scarcity. We had very discussion with what's your name? Balakrishnan. One more important thing. The availability, how to arrange, how to improve our source of storage of that water. That is a major one. Usually we are getting a very good rainfall in the month, even August, September. How to make it a useful way. That is a primary one. For our social entrepreneurship, maximum they are going to concentrate in that way. Suitable. Number one is the water scarcity. Good. Number two from the side. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. நிர்மல் தானே? What's your name? Name. Son of Selvakumar. சொல்லுங்க. எங்க ஊர்ல இருக்கிற பிரச்சனை இதுதான். இதுக்கு இதுதான் சொசைட்டில சோசியல் ப்ராப்ளம். What's your name? Next third. What is the major issue in my village? நான் சொல்லட்டுமா? நான் சொல்றேன், அப்புறம் நீங்க சொல்லுங்க. My native place is near Kanchipuram, that is Cheyyar, Tiruvottur. Students are very brilliant like you. The major problem, the Tiruvannamala district education level is not up to the level, but based on the survey, the World Bank funded project for our own district, that is the Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. We celebrated 5 years for Sarva Shiksha Abhiyan. Basically, even particular area, my local Cheyyar may be good in education. At present, NEET, JEE, our students are not capable for coming to competence. That level of competence is very good. How will you eradicate this problem? We approached our collector. Based on his funding, he is giving a 5 students education for NEET coaching, particularly in the top level Allen or Akash Center. He selected 5 students. Based on his recommendation, they admitted in that center. But 5 students are good, they are capable. Based on the interview and repeated examination, they selected. But it is not complete solution for that. What is the solution for that? We gave a suitable solution based on our discussion. Every district, they want to nominate a suitable center. On par with the leading institution, they give a suitable coaching training for capable students from the government school. Unfortunately, previous year, only 6 members from the government school entered to the government medical college. But government is publicizing there so many people are qualified. With that qualification, what is necessary? After NEET qualification, he is entering to the government arts and science college as a BSc Botany student. The problem is not solved. The perfect answer, how many students entered in the government medical college with their tuition fee 13,500. A farmer or weaver can affordable. Not possible. This is possible only for Anna Nagar, Ashok Nagar, Mylapur. This is not possible for Andipatti, Assampatti, Kallupatti, Ammayapatti, Sittatur. It's not possible. So this is a major, but they are publishing all India to rank. My son is not capable for entering. What is the name? Most of the PG higher secondary scholars, higher secondary school advanced, they don't know what is NEET, what is JEE. How can you publicize all India rank? Major social problem. The social problem will solve by means of discussion with the educated people, giving an assignment to the related publics. Next 1 or 2 years, this problem will come down. As a student level, I express this, my own heart. This is, I am finding this is a social problem. Next. नहीं उनका टाइम उधर नाम लेना पैसे हैं। Money, major problem money. Very big showroom mall. They are collecting every day this many lakhs, this many crore. But very small village people, 1 kg onion 30 rupees for that, they are getting only 35. If they can find a solution for that. Very good social problem. Poor villagers, Vivasai particularly, they are not capable for getting more amount of money. Good problem. How will you solve this? Direct marketing, one of the solution. We discussed the 3 important social problems. First by Balakrishnan. Second, third one is how to earn money for villagers or farmers. Yes.
The crops which they
Bunch sound.
sir, the farmer used to cultivate the crops, sir. That things we can be increase the rate of that.
Suitable. After completion of our marine engineering, serve your marine society. Time for me to do this.
Yes, sir.
Good. Thank you. Next. 3 problems discussed. 4th one. identify the problem. The problem, I understand, the similar kind of problem only. Answer. You want to say one problem and a solution. Clean? This is a problem. Many social entrepreneurship working for that. Right there. Okay. Last one, fifth problem. Anybody? Economical gap, very high within the family. The brother may be in the director level, but
not the country level. We send rockets, but the villages without.
how will you solve? If there is a very big gap, definitely one thing will go move away. Which one? There is no very big economical gap. Everybody feel very happy. Then, how will you solve this? Opportunity, finding opportunities, giving opportunities. Then,
Constitution must be changed.
yes,
Constitution must be changed for the people.
discussing with the government official. Good. Third, have they completely removed?
Corruption.
Huh?
Corruption.
Good. Field?
Diversifications. Many can be, there are some fields where many are occupying and there are not enough access, and there are some fields where
This everything is possible. Global education. Everyone in India can get a suitable education, and for equal education, then only it's possible. Education for all kind of quality and quantity. Then only it will move. Is it possible? Possible by means of social entrepreneurship.
Of course, we are getting the good education, but no one is working in under Indians. So, all are going for foreigners, and they are working for them.
We are getting education, that's good.
Yes, sir.
But equally everyone. But what is the reason for 6 students only entered and said that?
Why? The concepts they would have understood.
That is the concept, the way of explanation, faculty, facility. Everyone want to go in that level. Thank you for your cooperation. I feel very happy. The very first time I am giving a suitable discussion with Prabhat, first year student. I feel very happy.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes. So we are very much interactive, and each and every student, I think, very much interestingly interact with sir. Okay. Again, once again, thank you, sir. On behalf of Institute Education Council, thank you for your valuable speech, sir. Thank you so much.
Second and third year, it's not like that. All can participate, all can do. Another one, they don't feel inferior. You can participate, even if you can win prizes. Okay. The numbers told by Abdul Kalam, you want to shine like the sun, versus born like the sun. Okay. The local definition for hackathon or what is hackathon? Hackathon is usually a day long. Usually it is 36 hours or 40 hours program. Right? See, Big Boss money, Big Boss the same way. Here you need to sit for 36 to 48 hours. Usually, small hackathon will be conducted for 5 days. No mobile phones, internet will be provided. Right? Internet will be provided. You can speak among your group or among your team. But they have to discuss they will not be allowed. Right? So according to Wikipedia, hackathon is also known as Hackaday, Hackfest or Codefest. It's a design sprint-like event in which computer programs and others involved in software development, including graphic designers, interface designers, project managers and others, often including domain experts, collaborate intensively on software projects. See, this is applicable to a software company. Okay. See, don't think that, sir, we are not graphic designers or enterprise designers. We don't know what is that. Okay, as a student, as a first year student, what all things you know, you just use that idea. Okay, they don't need, that is a solution seeker, they don't need anything big from you. They need idea. Okay, actually, I'll tell you. SIH means Smart India Africa. Okay, it's a Government of India initiative. 2017 it was started. Now 2015 is the 4th edition. Okay, 4th edition. 2018 our college has got second prize actually. 75,000 rupees students. See what they are expecting. Smart India Hackathon. Expecting students would have the opportunity to work on challenge the space with the various ministries. Actually, in India, millions and millions of problems are there, unsolved problems are there. Ministries are facing problems. HRD ministry, or water ministry, or defense ministry, all are having huge number of problems, having no solution. Even IIC having a lot of problems. MHRD, I told you, a lot of problems are there. People, there is a group of people having some idea. This side, ministry, industries, PSUs, all are having problems, but there is no connection between these two. Okay, so SIH actually literally are linking the idea generators and the solution seekers. Okay. But what way it helps us? Today we get a what is the price see, it will create a harness and it will create expertise. You will get an experience. Okay. More than that, after suppose you are participating in Smart India Hackathon, you be selected for finals. Then finally you got selected. First prize or second prize you got. Sir, usually even 2 weeks before we had one hackathon, software hackathon conducted by one software company. The aim was, after 36 hours of hackathon, first, second, third, prizes will be distributed. Prizes were distributed, that is one thing. After that, students were selected for company's internship actually. After internship, based on successful completion of the internships, students will be absorbed by a particular company. See, this is the pattern of selection being carried out nowadays actually. Older days and all, interview, group discussion, and then HR interview, technical interview, selection order will be released. It's not like that nowadays. Actually, you should go internship, part of it, right? Your regulation, internship is the part of your regulation. Okay, you should complete the minimum of 3 to 4 internships. More internships. See, you just select. Initially, you should select one area, interested area. Related to that, you find industries and then go for internships. Then only you can reach your destination, right? See, and it will create. See, one more thing is it will initiate institute level hackathons. Like we are usually conducting even Smart India. Before Smart India Hackathon, also we had a lot of software hackathons used to conduct in our college. And it will build a funnel for Startup India campaign. Nowadays, people are talking about Startup India, Make in India. Initiatives are there. No more initiatives are created by our central government. It will create path. After this, see, you may get idea to start an industry. You may become, as previous lecture used. Might have heard entrepreneur, right? You may become an entrepreneur using this idea. That is also possible. Then crowdsource solutions. See, for an idea, numerous number of solutions will be there. Industries will select the best of it and then they will use. Okay, that is possible. Then, as I told you, there were were 3 hackathons conducted so far, 2017, 18, 19, proved extremely successful in promoting innovation, out-of-box thinking, young minds, especially engineering students from across India. Okay, this is the timeline of hackathon. Initially, industry advertisement will be released by Machadi, IIC, and then we will reach our education institution like us. Then students like you select the problem from website. You need to create a solution or a problem statement or a problem solution for the particular problem. And that has to be submitted to your coordinator. Finally, it will reach us to single point of contact of the college, Spark, the tools to contact Spark. We will select the best teams, okay, best solutions. Internally, hackathons will be conducted in our college, right? Inter-college hackathon will be conducted. From that, nearly 7 teams will be selected. Out of 7 teams, 5 are the confirmed teams, 2 are the waitlisted. So all 7 will be entered in the SIH portal. After that, you are society problems. That's what see, MHRD ministry they have a lot of problems, right? Or you go to Hyundai நிறைய unsolved problems இருக்கும். அவங்களால கண்டெக்ட் முடியாது. அந்த மாதிரி problems வந்து they will post it in our, I will show you. They will post it in our SIH portal. You can find problem themes under each and everything. You can find problem statements. See, நடக்க முடியாதவங்களுக்கு you can find a lot of solutions. காது கேட்காதவங்களுக்கு you can create hearing machines. That இப்போ சின்ன machine வந்து பார்த்தோம் நல்லா பெருசாக காது வச்சுக்கோ. Nowadays only small button like machine காதுக்குள்ள இருக்க தெரியவே தெரியும். But you want to create that kind of hardware or some fitness app you want to create. நீ என்ன தோணுதோ நீ daily face பண்ற problem கூட you can create. You can post it in SIH portal. Or நீ daily face பண்ற problem maybe reflected in that portal. அந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு you can find solution. Okay. See, அது என்னவான idea அதை பற்றி கவலைப்படாத. Try to submit or try to participate in that. Maybe அந்த idea வந்து பெரிய லெவலில் ரீச் ஆகி நாளைக்கு you will get funded for that. After your idea selected, you may get funding from particular industry or particular ministry. Even ministry will absorb you for some years. ஒரு 5-6 வருஷத்துக்கு வேலை செய்யறதுக்கு மினிஸ்ட்ரியே ஒரு வேலைக்கு எடுப்பாங்க. நீ நல்லா பண்ணனா they will permanently post you. Even our Dr. Nagarajan's friend is working in as a innovation director or assistant director in IIC Innovation Institute, Innovation Council of India. He is working actually. So அந்த மாதிரி chances நிறைய உண்டு இதுல. நிறைய இல்லை, எக்கச்சக்கமாக இருக்கு. See, after we are posting selected teams in the SIH portal, you have to submit your idea, okay, solution for a particular problem, and then final will be conducted in anywhere across India. It will not happen. Nearly last year, 65 locations final hackathon was conducted. It may increase or it may decrease this time. Okay, any part of India, you are in position to travel. Okay, winners will be announced. Finally, you will get funding. After funding, after 2 to 3 years, may be converted into final commercial product. That's what I'm adding machine on the giving solution for that means. Finally, that will be developed, that will be produced. After within 4 to 5 years, that may be available in the market. You will get royalty for that. You will get royalty or you will get benefit out of it. Okay. See, this is the process flow actually. This is the process flow. This flow is given in the statement. If you require, I'll send this forward here.
The idea should be always within the code form.
No, not code form. I'll tell you. Not in the code form. I'll tell you. This is the process flow. I'll tell you. How should we form a team? So, a team it should contain 6 members, at least 1 female team member. கண்டிப்பாக ஒரு கேர்ள் இருக்கும். ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் இல்லை, இதெல்லாம் செலக்ட் ஆகும். 6 பேரும் கேர்ள்ஸாக இருந்தால் ஆட் அட்வான்டேஜ் ஆக்சுவலி. The person the chances of selection will be more. Okay. Actually, it is conducted in two categories. One is software edition, another one is hardware edition. Okay, software edition means, for example, you are creating an app for fitness kind of thing. That is software edition. Hardware edition